like they're part of it, and really gets them amped up as they go forward.
Carr going to try and throw on third down. And got him in. It's Woods. A pickup of 5 that time and a first down. They'll run on first down. Jacobs. He'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
From the 30 on second down. Carr. Then he'll find his target. Woods. It's complete. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. On first down, it's Jacobs. And he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. Second down.
Hey, exit.
Looking to throw on second down. Carr. It's complete to Williams. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 12-yard line. Carr will come up here with a 1st and 10. And he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive. Carr going to give it to Jacobs. Down to the 6-yard line on a pickup of 6 as he gets halfway to the goal line.
All right, Brandon, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
Now a second down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
You got to be precise with your throws, especially in this situation. You're inside the 10-yard line going into the end zone. But sometimes the emotion, the excitement, sometimes the decisions just aren't made for it.
And this is caught. Touchdown, Raiders. Darren Waller, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. Dustin Hopkins on now to add the extra point. And that makes it 7-zip Oakland.
Makes the score Raiders 7, Cowboys nothing.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is fielded at the chalk of the 10. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Here's the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. And this defense not giving him anything there. Maybe a yard up to the 36.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
There we go. Come on. Hey, tight end's right. Watch tight end.
On 2nd and 9, Prescott got an open man. It's Michael Gallup. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 11 yards and a Cowboy first down.
At the 47-yard line.
Mike, 58, right there. Here we go.
A first down carry by Elliott. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 13 yards and a first down, Cowboys. So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 39-yard line.
1st and 10 at the 39.
Here's Prescott. A fight for the football, and it's intercepted. Picked by Darryl Worley. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line. Carr and the Raiders come up 1st and 10 right at the 30. They'll begin on the ground with Jacobs. It'll be a gain of 3, and it also takes us to the end of the first quarter of play. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. On 2nd and 7, Carr. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. 7 yards there and a first down.
A gain of 7. After a Raider first down.
Yeah. You don't want none. Slam, slam, slam. Later 8. 93.
On 1st and 10, here's Carr. Flushed out right. He's going to take off with it. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. Umpire threw the flag, usually always indicates holding, and that's what we've got.
And you know, depending on their positioning, where you are on the field, the umpire's got different responsibilities, but always making sure no one's holding.
This pass from Carr taken in by Waller.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Carr. And he's got the hook up to Moore. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down. And, boy, they had high praise for this rookie receiver when we asked the coaches about him, didn't they?
They certainly did, and obviously they liked his measurables. Otherwise, they wouldn't have brought him onto the team. Height, weight, speed, all of that. But how about what they really said? Competitiveness. That's what they really liked about him. The way he goes after the football, competes for it, and decides when it's in the air, it's his and only his.
He's going to wind up and air it out. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down.
How about this offense already feeling good about themselves with a touchdown already in their first drive? They've certainly come out firing, even though that one was incomplete.
With the 7-0 lead, more apt to take a shot like that downfield?
Hey, you're one to the good. Go ahead and try and pressure advantage.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. They had the interception last time. It led to the opening touchdown. So now 7-0 to score as they start 1st and 10. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. This defense, tough to run against. And those linebackers, they'll go side to side up the field, and there they get them for no gain.
If you can't get linemen upfield to the 2nd level to occupy them, they have a field day.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
You've called plenty of games in your career. Do you believe in momentum, my man?
I do, and I think we're seeing it right here.
Oh, there's no doubt about it. The run that he's been on. How about that? 3 sacks in a game a week ago, and another one right here. Oh, he's feeling it in a big way.
He's got his target. It's Cobb. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A very solid gain of 27. They'll run on 1st down. It's Elliott. Now a flag comes in from the umpire after a gain of about 4. And this looks like it's going to be holding. So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. After the penalty, it's Elliott. Now that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down.
Hey, here we go.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Prescott. And they will set up shop in enemy territory at the 42-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
A throw left side to start out. That's complete. And he's going to be down at the 35. Gain of 7. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Able to get 7 on that 1st down pass play. 2nd and 3.
He's coming. Double up, double up. He's coming, double up.
Carr going to throw. And he's got the hook up here. It's Woods. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped.
Now that was pretty. They executed that curl route versus zone coverage, and that changes things a little bit because against man, it's often a tight curl, a tight, sharply run route. Against zone, you're just looking for that open spot, that dead area, so you may curl it a little bit wider just to get to that place.
And usually a tight window. He fired a bullet in there for the completion. This is caught. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. Tyrell Williams, his third touchdown now on the year. And the Raiders able to extend that advantage. Hopkins with the extra point, and it's now 14-0. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is taken at his 4. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Well, still second quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A first down there on a pickup of 25. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now a pass hauled in downfield. That's good for 28 yards. The first opportunity in the red zone for the Cowboys. 1st and 10 at the 19. Out of the gun. Here's Prescott. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Gary and Conley. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Brandon, this is why golfers do their best to never count a score in their head before the ball goes in the cup. This looked like a slam dunk for points on this drive, didn't it? Instead, they throw an interception, and they're going to come away empty.
Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. Here's a 2nd and 5 now from the 25.
We're good.
Carr with a play fake to Jacobs. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down. That is the first time that they've targeted him that he has not come down with a catch.
He's caught everything that's been thrown his way. A dominant pass receiver that can break down any defense, because when he's doing that kind of work, it really hurts you on the back end.
And even though it's an incompletion there, I think they're going back to that well. He's got a man. It's Williams. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. Now the Raiders going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. So the big play moves them all the way across midfield. It's 1st and 10 from the 45. Play action. Now it's Carr. There goes a deep ball, end zone, and nearly picked it off. He had a chance to come down with that in the end zone, but it'll wind up just being incomplete. Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. Here's Carr, eluding the pressure right. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
Boom! That's how we do it, baby.
Carr and the Raiders following the sack, looking up at a 3rd and long. So we come upon halftime with our score 14-0. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. They come out here with a 0 on the scoreboard. What was said in that locker room? That's what I want to know.
I would love to have been in there because we often have the feeling that there's a lot of shouting, screaming, people upset. But typically, halftime locker rooms are a lot more clinical than that. And in this case, are they upset that the plays weren't working because of execution? Or did they think they were just bad plays to call?
Yeah.
We'll find out pretty quickly here if they feel like they had something going, but they just need to do it a little bit better or not.
We'll find out. Now a deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Prescott from the gun. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked by Darryl Worley. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
I can't believe they let you play. I can't believe they even let you play.
Here's Jacobs.
Check three.
He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
Mike 54.
From the 30 on second down, Carr. And Woods has it complete. And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. That one a gain of 20 and a first down.
185. Express.
Rush in. Rush
later, two.
Carr now on first down. And that's going to be caught for a Raider touchdown. 3rd touchdown pass now for Derek Carr. And the Raiders able to extend that advantage. Extra point good by Hopkins. And that makes the score 21-0. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They're down 3 touchdowns to this point, needing to put something together as they have it 1st and 10. On first down, a running play ends up going backwards as he won't get close to the line of scrimmage. In fact, he's going to lose 4 yards. So the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. From the shotgun, it's Prescott. And my goodness, another interception. Picked by Darryl Worley. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line. And that gives him now 3 interceptions in the game.
Well, someone's locked into what they're trying to get done in the passing game. When was the last time we had someone get 3 in a contest?
2011, wasn't it, Kurt Coleman?
Oh, yeah, that's right.
And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line. DeMarcus Lawrence able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go.
Hey, 4 down. Watch the shift.
Express.
Watch the shift.
Later, one.
Check 24.
Here's Carr to throw. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more.
So when you have good field position to start a drive and you give up back-to-back sacks, that can be demoralizing for a team.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long.
Watch the slant. 25. Check 25. Check 25. Check.
Monday down.
Working from the gun, it's Carr. He's going to air one out. And unable to connect, incomplete. Now give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's a perfect word for it, precise, because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
They'll start the drive with Elliott. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. A gain of 3, second down.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Now Prescott. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Well, someone's closing in on the league lead in sacks. He came into the game in the top 5. Now you add 2 more to his total.
Dak and the offense still out there. They are going to go for it.
Let's go, D. Tighten up.
On fourth, they do snap it to Prescott. And he's going to go down again. Markel Lee. And now possession will go over inside the 15-yard line.
What down? 180.
Right there, 54.
808.
Watch the run, watch the run.
Express.
Flare.
On first down, Carr. Back of the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete. Darren Waller, the intended receiver, but it's going to be second down.
Those throwing windows get a lot tighter near the end zone, don't they? And here's the thing. You already probably have 3 points in your hip pocket. You force a throw here and give up an interception, you come away with nothing.
Especially tough in the middle third of the field where he threw that one. Carr will try it again on second down. Quick slant, caught by Moore. The reception good for 7. It's third down.
And a lot of people ask the same question all the time. Why do we see so many slants in the red zone? Well, the windows are tighter. Everything's more condensed. It has to be quicker. And you got to deliver the ball on time. Your biggest worry, ball gets tipped in the air. Because if that happens, then it's fair game for the defense.
Now on third down, that pass knocked down in the backfield and incomplete. Here's Dustin Hopkins now to try the field goal from the left hand. Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. They're not going to get it. They try to move the chains with a surprise, but it's a turnover on downs. They pass up the 3, fake it. It doesn't work. And the Cowboys defense is going to get them the football back. This is Elliott. And not much there at all. He's up only to about the 16-yard line. And Marquel Lee with a stop defensively. On second and 9, Prescott. And that going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's third down.
Trying to get that one to his tight end, and they've been trying to get the ball to him, but as of yet, unable to successfully complete one. But you know there's usually a nice comfort zone in throwing to the tight end. Great sight lines, usually right in the middle of the field.
And he's able to hook up with Michael Gallup. And he'll be corralled right around the 34. Prescott now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's first and 10. 10th carry now for Elliott. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down. Again, it's Elliott. And he'll be taken down right around the 34 after a pickup of only a yard. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Back now in Arlington. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4. On third down, it's Prescott. And they almost had another one. They are all over the football in this game. Nearly another pick. Now fourth down. Their already slim hopes are going to ride on this one. They'll go on fourth down. The Cowboys will go. Prescott. And this is incomplete. Jason Garrett might be wanting to reconsider the decision to go for it there. And the Raiders with the football now in excellent field position. From the 34 now, here's first and 10. Carr. And he'll find his target. Woods, it's complete. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. That one good for 13 and a Raider first down. Carr now on first down. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down. They're still throwing the football here, and obviously the incompletion stops the clock. That's a bad thing.
Feels to me like they're just keeping them honest on defense because you know they're going to stack the line of scrimmage and try and stop any type of a running play. Short little passes may work in exchange of running plays. Keep the clock moving, keep them moving.
Yeah, I guess you're right. If they can get some first downs, just as good as running the football. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Anthony Brown. Looking for Woods that time. So they get the takeaway, but that's just step one. They still have a lot of work to do.
But they don't want to focus on that now. Now it's about getting the ball in the end zone and hoping they can take it away again.
Yeah, still three-score game, though, fourth quarter. And he'll go down at the 26, following a gain of 6. A gain of 6 there on first. From the 26, they'll line up on 2nd and 4. Looking to throw. Prescott nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. And the pressure gets to him again.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
Prescott now. And he's going to be taken down. Sacked back at the 2. Denzel Perryman. And my goodness, that means this next drive will begin 4 yards from the end zone already. And a failure on 4th down on the other side leads immediately to a 1st and goal. And this is caught. Touchdown, Raiders. Make it 4 touchdown passes now for Derek Carr. And the Raiders able to extend that advantage. They had the lead in the 4th, but still passing. Finding the big target for the touchdown. Now that lead grows even more.
Everybody gets to join in the fun. You know, it doesn't have to just be the wide receivers catching touchdown passes. The tight end doesn't just have to do just the dirty work inside. He gets a chance to get into the end zone as well.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is taken at his 4th. And a nice job there as he gets this one up just shy of the 35-yard line at the 34.
At their own 34-yard line.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points.
And the Raiders have got him. Credit the sack there to Arden Key.
That right now, that's a defeated team out there. I think you can see it totally in their body language.
Hands on hips, heads low. It's just been a struggle from the start.
Yeah, this team has been thoroughly beaten right from the word go.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the...
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Out now comes the Cowboys punter as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And that kick will go out of bounds right at the 20-yard line.
Let's go.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself. But you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup, let him get some time?
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. These guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game. And that's always puzzled me a little bit.
They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete. He was trying to go back to Moore there, and now it's 3rd down. Shotgun now for Carr. And got a man. It's Woods. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. That's a gain of nearly 40 yards on 3rd and medium to pick up the first. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10.
White Monday down.
Now Carr again, escaping the pressure right. He'll let this go for the end zone and nearly picked it off. He had a chance to come down with that in the end zone, but it'll wind up just being incomplete. 4th quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead, because you keep flinging it around, you throw a couple of picks, you can put yourself in jeopardy.
Nothing doing. Barely able to muster a yard to hit the 35.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
So it's Raider football as we get you reset. They've got a 3rd down now as they look for one more 1st down to help salt this one away.
93, Bravo. Pilot, 64, weak.
Slam.
Fly down.
Slam. Watch out, watch out, watch out.
Raider 1. Buzz.
From the gun, it's Carr. And he will not get away from the pressure here. Carr taken down. Leighton Vander Esch wreaking havoc with a sack. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they stop it prior to what will be an important 4th down. Here's A.J. Cole now as he's on to punt for Oakland. And that is much too long. That's into the end zone for a touchback. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
That's all that's left, because victory, not a chance now. And I can't really see how they actually go about doing it, because there are a lot of people watching the body language of the guys on the field now, and if they call plays they want executed, they need to do that and do it really well. Otherwise, there could be repercussions.
We'll see how they handle the waning moments of this one. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Out of the gun. Here's Prescott. And now here is another interception. Picked up by Carl Joseph. And this return is going to be halted right around the 28-yard line. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense as the scouting
And this will be caught. And the carnage continues. It's another touchdown. Here's Hopkins now for the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is taken at the 3. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line.
At their own 27-yard line.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
be honest.
Don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here.
Yeah, use that as ammo going forward.
Exactly. Take a great look at that scoreboard. Realize how poorly everything went for us today. Coaching, playing, the whole deal. And never forget it, because
you're not going to want that feeling again.
No, you don't want that feeling again. And who knows? You may meet up with this team again.
2nd and 10 now from the 27. Here's Prescott. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Baker. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. 23 yards the pickup there.
You don't want nothing, baby.
Prescott now from the 50. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. So this one, a victory for the Oakland Raiders. And I tell you what, Charles, this might be about as good as it gets. They were incredible.
Yeah, offense was in fine form. The defense.
And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm